On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Second question.
Based on your rhetoric, do you identify as any of the things that you said black people do?
All black people aren't what I'm saying happens. These things do happen in our community, though.
Sir, do you identify with the things that you say black people do? All of the things that you say?
No,
okay.
Everything I'm saying, no. So what are you talking about?
So then, are you then saying that black people aren't a monolith?
Ma'am.
Answer the question, sir.
We make
You're
up,
very intelligent, sir. Please, that's a yes or no question.
Ma'am.
Are you saying that?
No. There's no monolith. But what I will say,
that's all I wanted to know.
Black men make up 3% of the U.S. population and commit half the fucking murders. So if I'm saying that, hey man, maybe there might be a problem with violence in the black man's. Maybe it might be a problem with black men in terms of violence. You can't sit up here and say that, oh, you're being toxic. Are you a murderer? Are you like this? Why can't I bring that point up?
You know, I came to kind of make some corrections on some of the information that was being put out, statistics that was being talked about in reference to policing, reference to the violence in our communities. And I just believe that if we're going to be educating our people on facts and truth, we need to make sure we have the accurate information, and we need to make sure we have a proper discussion about it. Since this channel, Lapeef's channel, is a very powerful channel, you know, it commands the attention of a lot of our people in our community. And if we're going to talk about information regarding the black community in reference to police relations, deaths, we need to have accurate information. And so everything that I heard her say was grossly inaccurate. And I think it's something that needs to be discussed. I mean, we could talk about it one at a time because there's a lot of information. If you want to start with one section, we can pick it apart. We can start.
Maybe you and Six can team up and y'all do a YouTube discussion. It sounds like a fire show. Approach her in the right manner, and I think she'll be down to have the conversation. She's really cool. I watch her channel and I support her. And Nathan, I like your perspective. I think it'll be an awesome conversation for the culture to see.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I could definitely do that. Mm-hmm.
Nathan, what was something that you heard? Because I mean, there was a lot of stuff that was said.
That was actual facts.
So I know this isn't my channel, but you guys, to be honest and be completely honest, I'm very transparent. It's very impossible to have a conversation with people arguing and going back and forth. So if someone's talking, I just ask that if I'm up here, let's all just be respectful, because we can't educate anybody if we're going back and forth and cutting people off. All right. When we have these discussions and these conversations, emotions need to be out of it. I can show you guys where to find the information, how to look it up yourself, CDC, FBI facts. But but honestly, guys, we cannot have this conversation with people and their emotions, because it's a difficult conversation to have. All right. So,
I'm sorry. Hold on one second, brother. Nathan. Logic. I know people were cutting in on him. I'm gonna offer him grace. Can you reset the timer, Nathan? I want to give you an additional 2 minutes, respectfully, to address one thing that you heard that Six said, and nobody's gonna cut you off.
Sounds good.
Address it, and if anybody has something to add or to, I guess, counter or whatever, I'm just asking that you put a pin in it really quick. Logic, is you there? Logic, you off your square.
I know. Just
all right, hold on. Once it gets okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's a lot. There was a couple things she talked about. I think I heard something about slave patrols, that policing started from slave patrol. Mm-hmm. That's not true at all. That's absolutely not true. I challenge everybody to do their own research. It's not true. Slave patrolling actually started in the South. Policing already existed in the North. It had nothing to do with that. When the South learned how to police, it was already taking place in the North. The first police departments were New York and Boston, and Chicago after that. And then as policing went to the South, the slave patrols, who were actually slave patrols, they were people who volunteered to catch slaves. When their police departments formed, the slave patrols signed up to be police officers. That's the origin. All right. I have a video on my channel. I have the receipts under the video, and you can do your own research. In reference to, I believe someone said something about the homicides in the Black community. Chaotic said 3% of Black men. No, Black men make up approximately 6% of the Black community. We are about 13.5% of the population. When it talks about violent crimes, Black men commit the most of the violent offenses in this country. We commit almost half of the violent offenses in this country. Who commits the most crime in general?
That's
White people.
Yep.
White people are 60% of the population. They commit the most crimes. Blacks commit approximately 50% of the violent offenses. We kill each other approximately 7,500 homicides on average a year committed by Black people. White people kill themselves approximately a year, 4,000, and they're 60%. I think Six said something about proximity. Proximity is irrelevant. Proximity has nothing to do with the amount of crime that Black people commit against themselves. It's far too high. We're only 13%. So I don't know why people say that, and I don't know why people say disproportionate, because crime is about crime, and the effect of crime and policing has everything to do with behavior. So again, we have to be very mindful when we throw these numbers out. In reference to that, I know there's a lot of stuff said. There's just a lot of information. Like I said, we need to correct that data and that statistics. And in reference to policing, Black officers started policing in this country in 1867. All right, so let's be clear. The first African-Americans started policing in Alabama, and then I believe Louisiana had the largest police department, then Texas. All right, so we gotta understand our history before we start speaking. I suggest we bring up people who are qualified to talk about it so that we don't confuse our community about information and spread unnecessary propaganda. That's how we get shot by the police, because we think that the stuff the media is teaching us is fact, and it's not. And just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. So for any conversation people have about what Black officers have done, what white officers have done to Black people, I can show you 2 other situations where a white officer has done the exact same thing to a white person. All right. So we just have to be careful. We have to be mindful. It's one thing I talk about all the time on my channel. So if anybody has any questions, I can answer anything directly.
Appreciate you, Nate. Are you willing to stay up for a second?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, bro.
Question, Nathan. Do you think that there are racist practices in the criminal justice system?
Absolutely.
Okay, I was just checking.
Yeah, the problem is there's racist people everywhere. And white people are 60% of the population. Black people are 13%. We don't even have our hands in businesses and professions that we should have our hands in. So the more that we don't step up and actually put ourselves in position of power, we're basically saying we're allowing white people to do the job for us. I get insulted. I get dragged. They call me names. They call me a sellout. They call me a slave catcher. They call me an Uncle Tom for being a police officer. I know Black men and women who will be great police officers that want to patrol our community, but choose not to do it because they feel like they're going to be ridiculed and disrespected by their own people. So again, we have 700,000 police officers that patrol this country of 350 million people, right? And on top of that, 700,000, there's 12% of them are African-American. So again, we don't have enough Black people who do this job or want to do it. Fear of retaliation, right? We glorify our gang members. We glorify our drug dealers. We do not glorify the positive things in our community. So nobody wants to do the job. So if we're not present.
No, I appreciate that, Brother Nathan. I just if you're gonna hang out for a second, please do. I just want to acknowledge Jedi Mike pulling up to the panel. Jedi Mike, man, we so proud of you, my G. Welcome to the panel. What you got for us, bro?
Yeah. Thank you for having me. But yeah, I was kind of sitting back here watching just the craziness of what's been going on for like the last few hours and stuff. But again, like the sentiments or whatever, I'll just share what's going on. This is absolutely ridiculous, going to a point that we are continually divided. I agree, share with Tamika. I think that on that particular topic for you, Nathan, and knowing what you do on your platform, I think it'd be probably a better space to have that with Six to hopefully try and break that narrative. Hopefully have a conversation. I know she's willing to have that with you. You know, I also watch her content as well. But yeah, that's just kind of like really my 2 cents on that.
I got a question.
I want to add this point, Rilla. Check this out. In the chat right now, they calling him a pig, right?
And
so wait, let me get to this. Let me take this shit off.
That's what he is.
He a pig.
Wait, hold on.
He good.
I got it. You a pig, and you a dumbass nigga.
No, you the dumbass niggas. I'm telling you.
Fuck you puss ass nigga. That's the dumbass nigga shit. You dumb as fuck. This man do what your sorry ass couldn't do. And
well, you 12 with him then.
Fucking pig.
You a 12 with him then.
Okay, yeah, bitch. Guess what?
Yo, Logic.
You's a bitch.
Fuck that whole shit. This is our problem.
Hold on.
You don't call that man a pig.
How come you gonna keep me with me though?
And he probably did more in his fucking goddamn life as a cop than you did.
And guess what? You a fag.
Wait a minute.
Logic.
We got to
come
go.
on, man. Come on.
We got to go. We got to go.
Wait, let me say this. Let me say this. Wait. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. And let me say this. Let me say this because I know Jay Prince still listening. Let me say this. Let me be clear.
That was disrespectful.
Hold on, Logic. Hold on. And that's why I was asking. Let me handle that part.
No. I'm a man. I can handle.
I know you are, but I'm talking about the part where somebody's.
Rilla, I did 22 fucking years in the army.
Facts.
I done got shot. I done jumped out of airplanes. I done did all kind of crazy shit. And for some sorry ass nigga to sit here and say somebody to do something,
I agree with you.
And his ass won't do.
I agree with you.
For him to call somebody a pig and for the chat to be dropping pigs.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And that's what I was about to address. I just would address it different than you, Logic. That's all I'm saying. So let me say this. Wait, Logic.
You gotta give. Go ahead.
Let me say this.
I had niggas die. And niggas get called pig. Niggas get called coons.
Hey, listen. Let me tell y'all niggas something in the chat, man.
You know what? Because I know this. At the end of the day, all that race shit go away. We deal with common sense. Everything that Nathan said was the same thing man Chaotic Truth was saying the whole night. Everything he said. He goddamn took all our talking points and put it in 5 minutes. And they can't deal with facts.